everyone, welcome to Jurisprudence 2 lectures. I'm Marjina Sultana from Indraprasth Law College, Greater Noida. In this video, we are going to discuss the concept of liability. Here, I'll cover mens rea and negligence, remedial and penal liability, strict and vicarious liability. Liability is the responsibility resulting from the wrong or breach of duty. To understand liability, first we need to know that law lays down rights and duties on the individuals. Also, rights and duties are correlatives. It means that where there is a right, there is a duty. When law awards legal rights to one individual, it imposes the corresponding duty upon another person. Right of one is the duty of others. For example, I have the right to life, and there is a corresponding duty on others to respect my life and not to cause any harm to me. If anybody violates the legal rights of another, he is said to have committed wrong. And if there is a wrong, there is a liability. Thus, liability is the condition of the person who has committed wrong. We have already discussed the meaning of liability, but for exam purposes, I have provided some important definitions of liability given by Salmond, Markby, and Austin. Let's run through these definitions. According to Sir John Salmond, liability or responsibility is the bond of necessity that exists between the wrongdoer and the remedy of the wrong. Here, Salmond used liability or responsibility while defining the term liability. So, according to Salmond, liability is a responsibility. It is any legal responsibility on the wrongdoer to remedy the wrongs he committed. Markby. According to Markby, the word liability is used to describe the condition of a person who has a duty to perform, whether that duty is primary one or secondary one or sanctioning one. So according to Markby, it is the state of a person who has a duty to perform with respect to another. Austin. According to Austin, Austin prefers to use the term imputability to liability. According to him, those certain forbearances, commissions, or acts, together with such of their consequences, as it was the purpose of the duties to avert, are imputable to the persons who have forborne, omitted, or acted. According to Austin, liability consists of those things which the wrongdoer must do or suffer, because he or she has already failed in doing what he ought. It arises from the breach of duty, which may be in the form of an act or omission. According to Austin, liability is the ultimate purpose of law. Mens rea and negligence. Liability may be based on mens rea, that is, intention, or it may be based on negligence. Mens rea is the mental element, while negligence is a careless conduct. It is not a mental element. An act is intentional as to its consequences if the person concerned has the knowledge that they would result and also desire that they should result. To have mens rea, the defendant must desire the consequence of their actions. An act is intentional if the defendant knows and desires the consequence to follow their actions. It is a case of negligence when the consequences are not adverted to, though a reasonable person would have foreseen them. In negligence case, the defendant must fail to reach the standard of care that a reasonable person would take, and the failure to reach this standard of care must cause harm to the victim. Intention is different from motive. Motive is the reason why a person has committed crime. Example, A poisons B, hence intention is to kill B, while motive may be to inherit B's property. In negligence, The four elements must be proven: duty of care by the defendant, breach of duty, breach of duty has caused damage, and damage or injury occurred to the plaintiff. Examples of mens rea and negligence. A person shot at another person to cause death is an example of having mens rea. A driver who runs a stop sign causing an injury crash is a negligence. Kinds of liability. Liability may be remedial liability, penal liability, strict liability, and vicarious liability. In this session, we will discuss kinds of liabilities in brief. I'll try to make a separate videos of different kinds of liabilities with more explanation, so please watch my next videos. Now let's continue discussing kinds of liability. Remedial liability. Remedial liability is also known as specific performance. Its sole purpose is the enforcement of plaintiff's rights. Where one's right is denied or plaintiff's right is denied, law affords the remedy of an action for its enforcement. It must be noted here that remedial liability is a civil liability, while civil liability may be remedial or penal. Examples of remedial liability. Liability on seller in contract of sale that the goods be specifically delivered over to the buyer upon payment of the price is an example of remedial liability. Liability of the borrower to repay the loan or debt to the money lender is another example of remedial liability. Exceptions to remedial liability. There are three exceptions to remedial liability where the specific performance of a duty or contract cannot be enforced. They are imperfect obligation or duty, example, a time-barred debt. Second, unenforceable duty, example, completed assault. Third, inexpedient or inadvisable duty, example, promise of marriage. Penal liability. The theory of penal liability is concerned with the punishment of the wrongdoer. It must be noted here that all criminal liability is a penal liability, so we don't need to discuss criminal liability separately. There are two conditions to be fulfilled before fixing penal liability. First is actus reus, second mens rea. The first condition, that is actus reus, is the wrongful act or physical condition of liability. If there is no act, there can be no liability. The second condition, that is mens rea, is the formal condition of penal liability. An act is punishable only if it is done with intention. Example, anything done by an insane person cannot be punished as law regards insane person as incapable of forming intention. Examples of penal liability. Liability to suffer imprisonment by the person who is convicted of murder is an example of penal liability. Liability to pay fines for violating traffic laws is also an example of penal liability. The measure of penal liability. There are three ways to measure penal liability. First, motive of the offense. Second, magnitude of the offense. Third, character of the offender. Strict liability. Strict liability is no-fault liability, that is without intention or negligence. So strict liability is an exception to the general rule about the conditions that constitute liability, that is actus reus plus mens rea or negligence. In strict liability, A person is held responsible or liable irrespective of the existence of wrongful intention or negligence. Examples of strict liability: if one drives a car above the fixed speed limit in a crowded place and harm or injury is caused to any person, he would be liable even though he does not have any intention to cause injury to anyone. If a boy is accidentally burnt with a lighter and it is proved that the lighter is defective, which caused injuries to the boy, the manufacturer will be strictly liable though there was no intention to cause harm to the boy. In tort law, strict liability holds that some activities are so dangerous that no amount of care could not eliminate the risk of injury. If a person indulges in a very dangerous activities, there is always a risk of injury, and if anyone is harmed or injured because of that dangerous activities, the person involved in such dangerous activities will be strictly liable even though he or she are not negligent or not intended to cause harm to anyone. Some such examples are storing toxic or inflammable material, keeping wild animals as pets, using explosives. Vicarious liability. It is based on the Latin maxim respondeat superior, which means let the master answer, is a doctrine that a party is responsible for the acts of their agents. For example, under vicarious liability, a person A may be liable for the act done by B due to a particular relationship between A and B. So, vicarious liability is an exception to the general rule that a person is liable for his own wrongful acts and not for the act of others. Vicarious liability may be defined as a legal doctrine which assigns responsibility for an injury to a person who did not cause the injury but has a particular relationship with the person who acted negligently. Nature of vicarious liability is jointly and severally. It means, for example, in master-servant relationship, servant along with the master will be liable. It must be remembered that for a person to be vicariously liable, there should be a certain type of relationship between the person who is liable and person who has committed the act. And the wrongful act should be in certain way connected with that relationship. The relationships that leads to vicarious liability may be parents and children, master and servant, firms and partners. Thank you for watching this video.